hard drive, a modulator, and the two-day uneven flow. Inside the time-space continuator, there's a flex mount that's set to go. This thing is vertical, retractable, reversible, submergible in Germany. And the mechanism cross the divide and multiply and distribute.
Very shagadelic, baby. Yeah. Oh. Oops.
Hey everyone, good morning. Sorry for the late start. Kind of a crazy afternoon yesterday evening. Been very busy with comics and my other job, which is in real estate. Good morning. It is about 9:21 here in California. Probably a little bit later if you're on the East Coast or somewhere else. I have a new t-shirt to show you guys. It's the X-Cons print. And we're still trying to find a source for these shirts. We had one, and then unfortunately they thought it was too close to X-Men, and they said we don't want to have you sell your shirts with us because we're afraid. They were probably afraid Marvel might come down on them. But I tried to appeal and tell them that it was parody. And they said, that doesn't matter. So unless I want to get a lawyer to write them a letter, I don't think I'm going to take my chances with a couple of these companies. But they sent me some samples, and I was very pleased with them. And I was thinking that we were going to have a store where we could offer to you folks all sorts of imprinted X-Farce, X-Cons merchandise. I think I showed you guys some mugs and some other things earlier last week or the week before. So unfortunately, those mass printings are on hold, but you can kind of see the quality of what we're aiming for. I wore an X-Farce shirt last week, and now this is the Mark Lewis X-Men, #1 type of feel from the 60s with, Magneto, and then you've got Hamster Mind, and then that's the Toe, and then over here Quacksilver, and then the Scarlet Wrench, and then you've got the the original X-Cons people right there. So anyways, we're still working on it. Hang tight with us. We will find somebody that will not have a cow to print these shirts, which I think are going to be a lot of fun. But first of all, I wanted to say good morning, and I've got kind of a new format on the show. I cover news, and then I do a little bit of promotion for some of the Parody Press things that we've got coming, and then I have some movie news as well. There's a franchise that I kind of grew up playing video games, which was the Mortal Kombat video game series way back in the 80s and the 90s. And I've always been a Mortal Kombat fan. And I remember seeing the movie back in Virginia back in the 90s when it came out with Bill Mouse and another artist named Ben Go. We went to the theater and watched Mortal Kombat, and it was really cool. The theme song to that movie is classic. Still makes me want to get up and dance whenever I hear it. So I'm going to play you a little bit of retro Mortal Kombat later today, as well as kind of show you what the new movie is going to look like, which is, I'm very excited. It's coming out in mid-April, and it'll either be in theaters, I think, or HBO Max, which is kind of the same way that I think Warner Brothers did the Wonder Woman 1984. So yeah, we'll check that out. I'm going to take a little sip of my coffee. If you guys are indulging in coffee this morning, feel free to do a share sip. I think Scott Adams kind of does that on his show. I want to make sure I have my my audio set up today. I've got a kind of a studio mic right here that I use. It's a big one. Kind of looks like one of those walkers in Star Wars, the big ones that were kind of tromping through the snow or through the forests of Endor. You know, it kind of looks like one of those buggers. But let's see what's going on in the chat this morning. I see Ray has been in there. Ray, thank you for letting people know about BEARDZZERKER. I'm going to play a little bit of BEARDZZERKER. I was on a show with John Malin and some other creators yesterday, and I got to show them the BEARDZZERKER trailer, and I think they got a kick out of it. So I'm going to show you kind of a rebroadcast of my appearance on that show, and you can kind of see the different creators' response to the trailer. Trevor, good morning. Good to see you. Rock on, man. It's like a lounge. When you do this, you know, it's supposed to be like kind of like a rock and roll, but it looks more like a llama to me. All right, man. Heavy metal llama. Roscoe, good morning. Yeah, I love the X-Con shirt too. I actually made some samples and I gave them to my grandkids and to my my son-in-law this week. I think they're gonna dig them. My grandkids are one's gonna be 16 in April, and the other one just turned 13. So the 13-year-old got an X-Cons shirt, and then the son-in-law and my older grandson got the X-Farce shirt, which is the one that Bill Mouse did. Roscoe says, "Oh man, I feel for you, man. I hear Texas is I don't know how you have power. Maybe you got lucky and have a generator or something, but yeah, for those of you that are suffering in Texas and wherever you might be, hopefully you have power and heat." I also wanted to just say I was saddened to hear that Rush Limbaugh passed away. I was watching another show with my wife before this stream, and people in the chat were saying that he had passed, and that's sad. I grew up listening to Rush. I know he's quite controversial, but I think he had America's, you know, best interests in mind as he was a broadcaster. And so, yeah, it's kind of sad. He was a very powerful conservative voice, and hopefully they'll continue his show on with somebody that has the same charisma and, you know, just the same conservative heart that Rush had. So, yeah, a moment of peace for Rush Limbaugh. Thank you, Rush, for all that you did. Ray says, Christopher Lambert as Raiden. Yes, he was hilarious. He's in the trailer I'm going to play you. And Ray, tell me if you don't agree or not. But whenever I hear Christopher Lambert talk, I always think of he sounds like Ren from Ren and Stimpy. If you close your eyes and you listen closely just to Lambert's voice, he actually sounds a lot like Ren from Ren and Stimpy. Prove me wrong. You'll see. Trevor says, big fat mama llama. Yes, El Rushbo. Rest in peace, my friend, and prayers to his family. So, guys, let me go ahead and put up my little banner for news, and then we'll, I tried to do this in alphabetical order, so that way when I'm scrolling through my thing here, it'll be like, okay, I'll do a little, like, scroll across the bottom. Is that working? Comics, and there we go. Look at that. Magic. It says CNC News, or it could be CNC Music Factory. If you guys grew up in the 80s and 90s, you know what I'm talking about. That Gonna Make You Sweat song. That's like on all the cheesy workout music, like playlists. Whenever you want to rock out and do like a retro workout, that CNC Music Factory it's always on there. Anyways, so today, guys, I wanted to kind of share with you some news, and let me share you what I have here. Yeah, this is something that some other creators have kind of talked about. It's this is from Bleeding Cool, and it says, Scoop, DC Comics buyout in the works from fans with lots of money. that sounds very interesting. If you guys are comic book fans, you probably know that DC has been bleeding big time for a few years, and they laid off quite a bit of their staff in the last few months. And it's just like, it seems like things are really in turmoil at DC after AT&T bought out Warner. So I'm not going to read you the whole article, but it's really interesting that there seems to be this push. It says, Bleeding Cool has heard repeated reports that DC Comics is planning to reduce serialized print publication, increase their digital publication, and license comic book publication to other publishers. We've heard that Marvel, IDW, and Dynamite have all approached DC, but the prices cited were too high, but that it was a price that Penguin Random House was willing to pay. So, yeah, wouldn't that be weird to kind of break up DC Comics and have them be published by like non-DC? That's just a really strange notion, but left in this weird world where comic books are not really making money unless you're crowdfunding, or, you know, all the stores are kind of hurting now and they're closed. And so the readership, I'm sure, is down. I've told people, you know, what I used to sell in the 80s and 90s for my books. And they said, man, if you were selling like 50,000 books now, you would be like a top 10 book in the market. And that's really what we were selling back in the 90s when the market was like gangbusters. That's interesting right here. It says X-Force #1 with the Deadpool card sells for $100. Are you insane? Wow. That is very interesting, because obviously you guys know we're doing X-Farce. And I kind of heard some social media posts that they were publishing, showing pictures of X-Force 1, and there seemed to be like a revived interest in that. That book got printed, like, I heard there was like 5 to 6 million copies of X-Force printed like in 1991. That was Rob Liefeld's big blockbuster event with Marvel. And yeah, it was just a fun book. I like Rob's art style, actually. It's just over the top and just kind of fills the page with lots of action and stuff. And so I'm a big Rob Liefeld fan, and obviously we parodied X-Force with X-Farce in like a year after Rob came out with it. But anyways, back to this article. It says, this is all rumor and hearsay from prominent people, sure, but still. Anyways, they said also a lot of their titles are kind of actually seeing better sales lately with a smaller print line. So their overhead is probably being reduced quite a bit, which is where they were probably bleeding money, you know, paying people a salary, but they were considered non-essential. So the editorial staff is streamlined now, and they're probably just looking at what are our best selling titles and trimming all the fat of the ones that are not making money. And so it's weird. So maybe there is life for DC for now, because it seems like cutting salary and jobs has been helping them bolster their profit line. So anyways, they're kind of talking about, you know, breaking up DC Comics and just letting Warner keep the movie rights and, you know, doing their Justice League, their Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman franchises, but still allowing the comic book side to be possibly broken up and sold off. So I thought that was really interesting. You know, I don't know how that's going to shake out. But yeah, if you want to read more about the article, you can. It's on Bleeding Cool, which is bleedingcool.com. And so, yeah, so that's just a really cool thought. If fans could actually buy the franchises, how exciting would that be to not have, you know, hopefully all the all the political nonsense that's been going on with comics. And if we could just get back to the, back in the 80s and 90s is when I was really into these books. I liked DC's Justice League. I used to read DC Comics Presents with Jose Garcia Lopez. I liked All-Star Squadron with Roy Thomas. And I like Legion of Superheroes, especially the Keith Giffen artwork days and stuff. So yeah, nowadays I haven't picked up a DC book in ages. And from what I see, they're just, I hear they're not very exciting and they're kind of making things what they feel is politically correct and stuff. But anyways, well, in my perusing today on Bleeding Cool, I'm not sure where I saw this, but maybe it was something about John Byrne that I was going to tell you about. Well, let me just show you what I have here. I'm going to stop this here, right here. Come back to the screen. So let me see if there's any new comments here. Yeah, Ray's just saying to back X-Farce. Thank you, Ray. I'll get back to X-Farce. We only have a couple weeks left in that campaign. Actually, why don't I intersperse the news with like a little unabashed promo? I actually have an X-Farce tier that I put up just in the last week. This has been going really well. I've been doing, this is our first crowdfunded book would be X-Farce. And it's all new to me, kind of doing this whole Indiegogo thing. But the cool thing about the crowdfunding is you can create tiers on the fly as you feel the creative juices flow. So even though when I first launched X-Farce, I didn't have any Hamsters things in the campaign, I actually was starting to think, well, maybe there's Hamsters fans that are looking at the X-Farce campaign. And so on a whim, I just thought, well, why don't I offer some Hamsters back issues with a sketch by myself and see how it goes. So I put a few tiers on there that were the like 4 to 6 issues of Hamsters back issues along with the sketch that I drew. So I only have a couple sketches left from when I've been drawing, but there's a new tier on our X-Farce campaign, and it's called the X-Cons X-Farce sketch pack. So what you're going to get is, if you do subscribe or buy that tier, there's only one, it's for $99. You're going to get these old back issues of X-Farce, X-Cons, and then we did a X-Cons X-Farce 2-issue mini-series. So you're going to get the very first printing of X-Farce, which was number 1 back in 1992. And these are all going to be signed by myself. Price-wise, on eBay, you can pick some of these issues up. They're kind of hard to find, but I've seen them, normally they're selling unsigned for, $10 or more. But if you go to Mile High Comics and you type in X-Farce, they have number 1 for sale in near mint condition for $96. So if you went to go buy just this book unsigned from Mile High Comics in the condition that I'm showing, you'd be spending like $100 just for this issue, which to me, it just blows my mind. By comparison, X-Force by Rob Liefeld, probably the one that's not the one that has the Deadpool trading card. Those you can still pick up for like $6. They overprinted that book, but these parody books are actually, I've seen them go for as high as, we did a parody of the Max called The Tax, and that book sells for like $200 to $400 unsigned online. So these Parody Press books are becoming pretty cool collector's items, and people are willing to pay, $20 to $25 a piece signed. So the X-Farce Vault Pack, you get all 4 of those. And then I did on a stream like last month in either last month or in December. I went on a stream on I think Sim, this guy named Sim. He's a Canadian guy. We did a Parody Press kind of a draw stream, and so I did a cable TV sketch. So you're going to get those 4 issues, and then this cable TV sketch, which is approximately like 9 by 12 or 9 by 13, and it's signed by me. So that one you can pick up for $99, guys, if you go to the X-Farce campaign. Let's see. So back to news. One thing that a lot of you folks know is that obviously I'm a big X-Men fan, but I've always, in interviews, besides Charles Schulz, I was greatly influenced by the John Byrne Marvel books in the 80s. And I was actually a John Byrne fan well before that. There was a series that he did for Charlton, and maybe you guys remember it. Hey, Ginge, how are you? There's this series that he did for Charlton called Doomsday Plus One, and it was kind of like an end of the world apocalyptic book. And back in the day, Charlton was kind of like a very subpar company compared to Marvel and DC. You know, they had like the Blue Beetle. They had E-Man, which was by Joe Staton, which I really liked. And let's see, I saw Doomsday Plus One on the spinner rack, and the thing that drew me to it was the artwork. And John Byrne, even back then in his early days, he was showing just signs of future greatness. So I started to pick up Doomsday Plus One. It was a pretty good story. It was kind of like a space saga, and these people were left on Earth, and there was a big nuclear war. So there's just very few people left on the planet, other than kind of like your good-looking, leading man guy that was kind of like an astronaut guy, and then he had 2 women that were with him. One kind of looked like Jean Grey, and the other one was like an Asian lady I think she was from Japan. So they were kind of like astronauts. I think they were up in space, and then this big nuclear explosion happened. And so when they come back down to Earth, there's nobody around. Everything has been laid waste. And they befriend like a caveman type of prehistoric guy that thawed out. And so it's a pretty good story. It was called Doomsday Plus One. I think Fantagraphics actually reprinted it, and they recolored it, and they put it on glossy paper. And so that was kind of my introduction to John Byrne. And when I saw that series, I also found out that he was drawing a backup in E-Man called Raj 2000. And Raj 2000 is a kind of a funny robot adventure. And so if you go back and you look at the original E-Man from Charlton, you can find every once in a while there would be a backup story that Byrne did called Raj 2000. So long story short, I've been a huge Byrne fan. I used to own some of his artwork, and I don't know why I sold it, but I did. I had some premium Iron Fist pages. I think I had an X-Men page from when he was drawing the X-Men, which is probably worth like, thousands of dollars now. But back in the day, I was kind of an entrepreneur, and I would buy comic book artwork, and then I try to mark it up and sell it. And so I let go of a lot of good pieces. I had some Frank Miller and Pat Broderick. I was really a big fan of Pat Broderick's work. So anyways, I was just kind of going through the news, and on Bleeding Cool, there was this article that I read, and in a roundabout way, they basically said, John Byrne is still drawing comics, but he's doing it as fan fiction. I was going, what? And in a roundabout way, I stumbled upon this article that kind of talked about John Byrne doing fan fiction, and he's doing the X-Men again. And I'm going, what? And so there was this link and I clicked it, and I'm going to share it with you guys. I'll find it right here. Fan fiction. Let's see, where is that at? Yeah. So if you go to BYRNErobotics.com, that's BYRNE robotics.com, there's this huge forum of John Byrne artwork that he does as fan fiction. And apparently he's done like 17 or 18 Marvel issues that, you know, they're not done with the permission of Marvel. He's just doing it as a fan. You know, I'm sure he's independently wealthy. But if you guys remember Byrne, like I do, there were some times where, you know, you could tell he just kind of phoned it in on some issues. But when he was in his top of his game, there was really nobody else that could match his dynamic style. I really liked when he was inked by Terry Austin. But look at this. This is like stuff that was never published by Marvel. This was just posted by John Byrne last year, at least according to this forum. It was published in the 5th of February in 2020. But here's like I'm sorry, not X-Men, but this is more like a Fantastic Four Avengers story. You've got like Wonder Man, Captain America, but there was another fan forum where he was showing like, oh, here we go, there's some X-Men. So you got Cyclops interacting with Sue Storm. So this is awesome, guys. This is free. If you go to BYRNE Robotics, you can actually read John Byrne's work. You don't have to pay for it. And it's, you know, it's not inked, but his pencils are so tight. I mean, you really don't need inks. He's such a great storyteller and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of like a mashup of the Marvel characters, the way that he would do it, I think, if he was given the opportunity. I don't know what happened with him in Marvel. I don't know, you know, if they're on good terms. I don't know if he's just, you know, what he's working on other than this stuff, but it's beautiful. So yeah, check out BYRNE Robotics. I'll put a link in the chat here to the what I'm looking at, so you guys can tag it later if you want. So I'm going to post that right now. Yeah, you should see that in the chat, guys. So if you click on that little link there, you can go. You know, Ginge and Roscoe, I'm going to give you guys wrenches if I can figure out how to do that. Let me see. I'm still kind of new at this. I think I can go into my chat, make sure I'm muted. Let me see. Okay, I think I can give you guys wrenches. Add moderator. There we go. And you get a wrench, Roscoe. Ginge, you're going to get a wrench. You guys are good, faithful people. So I think by giving you guys wrench privileges, you can actually like post links and hyperlinks and URLs. So feel free to promote whatever you guys want, just as long as it's not X-rated. This is an all ages family show. So yeah, Ginge and Roscoe, feel free to plug away if you guys want to plug links to what I'm doing. That's great. Ray already takes care of that for me, but I'm giving you guys some wrench privileges. So yeah, that's the cool thing that I stumbled upon today was John Byrne fan art. I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm glad that he's still doing stuff. All right. So earlier in the stream, I said I was a big Mortal Kombat fan. Ray says he loves Christopher Lambert. I miss that guy, man. He was like a staple in the 80s, you know, with the Highlander and Fortress and all those kind of cheesy sci-fi movies that he did. I never saw Tarzan, though, the one where I think they dubbed Annie McDowell, her voice. I think for some reason they just didn't like her natural voice, so they dubbed it, and I think she was really upset about that. But I think that was Tarzan with Christopher Lambert. I have not caught that one. I don't know if it's good or not. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys the Mortal Kombat, the old stuff, and then I'm going to kind of show you the new stuff. So let me go ahead and share a little Mortal Kombat trailer from the 90s, and here we go. This is 1995 official trailer. Make it big. Make sure the audio is turned up for you guys. Here we go.
In each of us, there burns the fury of a warrior. In every generation, a few are chosen to prove it.
One of you three will decide the outcome of the tournament.
Three strangers will travel to the mystical realm of Outworld to defend our people against Shang Tsung. We and his forces of darkness. In an ancient tournament, one more victory,
Your soul is mine.
in our world is theirs.
It has begun!
I love the music in this. I just want to dance whenever I hear it.
You can't run from me, Sam! I don't need to run.
Combat begins.
Yeah, that bring back memories, guys. The old Shang Tsung and what is it? Bridget Wilson is the Sonya Blade. I think she got married to Pete Sampras, the tennis player. So that's the old school Mortal Kombat that maybe some of you guys caught that in the theater back in the 90s, like 95. Ray says, "Nan, I can't." Yeah, I told you he sounds like Ren from Ren and Stimpy if you close your eyes. Ray says, "Greystoke." That was the Lambert movie. What would you give it, Ray, on a scale of like 5 stars? You have to let me know if it's worth watching or not. So yeah, I gotta love some Christopher Lambert as Raiden. So the new there's a new trailer, kind of a pre-teaser trailer that came out for the new movie, and I'm gonna play that for you. So I just saw on Instagram, you know, that they were announcing there was going to be a new Mortal Kombat movie, and they were showing some like stills from the production of it, and that was last year. So I didn't know when they were going to release the new movie because of COVID. You know, I wasn't sure, you know, if it would ever get released or if they were just holding on to it. But I was on Twitter yesterday, and trending was Mortal Kombat movie, and I was, oh wow! So I clicked on it, and so I'm gonna let me just show you the Twitter first, and then I'll play you the trailer of what they're gonna give us. So I think it's right here. Okay. Yeah, guys. So I'm gonna share the Twitter page to the Mortal Kombat movie, and you can go to @MKMovie on Twitter and follow it along as well. So it's only got 30,000 followers right now, which isn't that many. But let me scroll down to the bottom so you can kind of just get some teaser stuff. So back on mid-December of last year, they kind of announced the, you know, kind of the cool movie theater poster trailer. It's coming in theaters April 16th or also on HBO Max. So if you have HBO Max, you can watch it the same day that it's in theaters. I don't have an IMAX, but if I did in my area, I would definitely consider seeing this movie in IMAX because I'm such a Mortal Kombat geek. So that's kind of the teaser trailer with the famous dragon. You've got Entertainment Weekly article, showing, let's see, this is, gosh, I'm having a brain fart here. Liu Kang, I would imagine, because he's got the, the flaming fists. And then the guy with the hat, I don't think that's the Raiden. His, I played this character on the game. He's got a hat that turns into a blade, kind of like a saw. And I think that's who this guy is, but his name escapes me right now. Maybe some of you guys that play the game might Lao something. Can't remember. He's Asian in the game, but they made him. He doesn't look so Asian in the movie. So you got some different, that looks like Sonya, and you've got maybe a guy that's kind of like Johnny Cage or some kind of cage fighter. This guy named Josh Lawson, he plays Kano. And then this guy, you've got, that's, everybody knows that Sub-Zero. And then you've got another shot of Liu Kang. And then this is Jax. Jax is kind of like the big black military soldier that's half robot. Kind of looks like Cyborg, from Justice League, but maybe as a 40-year-old. So that's some stills from it. And so yesterday they dropped these really cool hints that the trailer is going to be released tomorrow at 9 a.m. And let's see. It says, okay. So they're probably putting a little bit of sensitive content, just screening, just because it's probably going to be a violent movie and they don't want kids to just click on it. But it's got these really cool animated not trailer, but just these animated GIFs in the Mortal Kombat movie Twitter. So if you click on them, you can kind of see these cool stills that they put special effects on. So that's that looks like Scorpion. Okay. And then, oops, sorry guys, I wanted to go back and show you Liu Kang. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm clicking on change settings. I don't want that. I just want a view. Okay. So then you go to this one and there's Liu Kang with his, dragon fireball. And then you've got, who else? This is a Raiden. A lot of actors I haven't really heard about. I don't know anybody that they're saying is playing. There's a guy named Mikad Brooks, plays Jax. That just shows how old I am. All my action heroes are old and they can't move like they used to. So yeah, you can just kind of check out the different characters. There's Sonya Blade, someone named Jessica McNamee. And here's Shang Tsung. He looks a little bit like the guy from the original movie. He's probably going to be a bad guy. Yeah, Cole Young is the guy that they made kind of look like a brawler. I wonder if there's going to be a Johnny Cage in there. I don't know. I don't think I've seen Johnny Cage advertised. Kung Lao. Okay, that's right. Kung Lao's the guy with the laser. I'm sorry, the razor saw blade hat. So that's the one that was with Liu Kang. And then you got Melina. Melina likes to eat people. And then there's your Kano guy. He's kind of got the laser, laser eye with the Australian accent. And I'll just show you one more, which is, Sub-Zero with his cool ice blade. So that is the Twitter page for the Mortal Kombat movie. And now I'm going to play you guys the the trailer. So check it out. Ray says, I really hope the new Mortal Kombat gets good. People have mixed reactions to the originals, but I love them. Yeah, I did. I really liked the first one. Second one, I don't think was quite as good, but you know, who doesn't love a great kind of kung fu action movie with superpowers? So let me go ahead and share with you folks the trailer to the new one. This one was released last month, and so tomorrow will be the official trailer for the new movie. So I think it is right here. This is the teaser trailer. Turn up the sound. All right, guys, here we go. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty good.
Once a generation, there is a tournament. I can send you there. We have prepared for this moment for a long time.
Then it is time.
Yes. Now, we must hurry. The others will be gathering. Your reputation precedes you, Hanzo Hisashi.
If one realm wins the tournament 10 times, they will have the right to merge with the other and rule as they see fit. Gather our forces. It's time to end this game. Once and for all.
Yep. Pretty cool, huh?
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
All right. So let me make sure I turn that off. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. I don't want to play that again. All right. So stop that sharing, guys. And we're back to the studio. One thing I didn't turn off the audio on that one. Sorry, guys. Hang on. I hate it when this happens. Whenever I do a live stream. Let me see. That was still playing. Okay. Sorry, guys. I think that was the Loki trailer. I gave Marvel a little love there. Forgive my my technical difficulty. So in the mail yesterday, I was blessed to get this amazing cover artwork from Rob Willis in the mail. This is like 6 months in the making. I approached Rob like summer of last year to do a cover for X-Farce, and he was super busy. And I found out, you know, through the grapevine, he had been on other projects, and he's known for his ultra amazing detail, which you can, you know, see by this artwork. And so this is our third variant cover on the X-Farce campaign. It's colored now by Matt Yackey, but the original line art is black and white. And so you can see Cesspool and Dumbkoffs, cable TV. You've got Miss Piggy laying on the ground. And then Mistress Piggy. I don't want to get in trouble with Henson. And then you've got Tangerine kind of getting shot in the back by Dumbkoffs. And everybody's favorite villain, Cesspool with his plunger. So this is available now. If you are an art collector and you want to buy Rob Willis cover, you can actually get this on our campaign. I have it for sale for $13.99. That's not $13.99. It's $1,399, and that will come with a copy of Rob's book, the X-Farce book. Ray, thank you. It is a gorgeous cover. It's really nice. It was well worth the wait. I was hoping to have it right when we launched the campaign, but he was running behind, and so we just kind of had to, just kind of promote it as we got it. So lastly, guys, I just wanted to kind of tell you about one more perk that we have going on X-Farce. And we got these in the mail this week. So we finally got our X-Farce lunch boxes in. This is what they look like. And they're metal. They feel like they're like 8 by 6. So not quite big enough to put a big thermos in, but definitely big enough for a lunch, or, just a fun thing for your man cave or your collection. They're black. And then they have a little thing here where you can open it up. And you got like a stainless steel inside. So if you're a backer on this project and you got the executive lunchbox tier, you're going to get this along with 3 comics, a ceramic mug, and then a Bill Mouse inked and signed sketch card with an X-Farce character. But I made them less expensive tier if you're a collector and you want to still get this lunchbox along with an X-Farce mug. This is a prototype. It's going to look similar to this. So you get these 2 things and then a copy of X-Farce Reloaded #1 when it comes out. We're going to send this off to the printer. We're hoping in the next couple weeks. So we should be shipping in March, the book. And so I made a tier that's called the Snack Pack. If you go to xfarce.com, which is scrolling across the page, you can get the Snack Pack, which is the lunchbox, the mug, and 1 comic for $99. So you don't have to spend $200 to get the lunchbox. You can get the lunchbox and then the mug and the comic for half the price, but you don't get all 6 items like you would if you bought the executive lunchbox. So that's a cool promo that we have. I was on John Malin's show last night, and we got to kind of promote our newest project, which is called BEARDZZERKER. And I wanted to show you guys how that went. If you haven't seen the BEARDZZERKER trailer, you'll get to see it now, and you'll also get to see some creators' reactions to the trailer. And we spent quite a bit of time on this. We had script, we had animation, we had a voice actor. We kind of had to compile the artwork, and so it was. It took us a while to finally get this trailer together, but we're really happy with the way it came out. So I'm going to share with you guys the my little appearance on John Malin's Comicsgate stream last night, and share audio. Let me find that little stream right here. I think I can hit it and hit play. Yeah, cool. All right, guys. This was yesterday evening. Oops. That's not what I want. I don't want the cat. Oh, no, that wasn't right. Okay, this is it. I think so.
Yeah,
here we go.
I think that might work. I
Sorry
see a
about
little
that.
microphone icon now. Yeah.
Here we go, guys.
Comic was totally awesome. And I'm totally awesome too. BEARDZZERKER has everything you want from a comic. It's got great drawings, colors, great story. It's got great action, has a little romance, and it's about something. Not just any something. It's a parody of some thing. And I was like, well, I used to collect, and I love comic books. And they were like, so, did you ever want to make a comic book? And I was like, yeah. And then Parody Press was like, oh, yeah. So they made a comic book that's a parody of my comic book. And it will probably be pretty hilarious, because that's what a parody is. Or at least what it's supposed to be. You know, this idea, kind of like a rock and roll warrior, someone in an altered state, someone with a big guitar axe, and a pet cat that's from the hood, just out of control. Speaking of out of control, there's his beard. It gets bigger and longer throughout the book until it takes on a fantastical life of its own. It's like, whoa! So check it out. If you do, I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it. But honestly, I didn't really do that much, other than rambling on about comics and books. I mean, comic books. Wait, what was I saying? Oh well, enjoy! BEARDZZERKER from Parody Press. Back it today!
Right.
And it
Thank
has
you,
all of its vowels. Wow. Yeah,
That's awesome.
Berserker didn't have any vowels for those that didn't know. Yeah, cool, man. So you're following up your X-Farce with BEARDZZERKER. That's going to be really good timing too, because you know they're probably going to turn Berserker into a film, and then they can, you know, whatever company wants to parody it will have the material ready to go.
Oh, there you go.
Be ready for the porn parody.
Yeah.
We'll be knocking on your door.
Yeah.
Gonna push Zerker.
A lot of opportunities.
Yeah, we're excited. It's a 32-page full-color book. We'll have it'll be launching in March. Bill Mouse will be the guy doing the interior artwork, pencils and inks, and probably colors. And I wanted to show you guys some of the cool exclusive covers that we have. One's kind of an announcement no one's really heard about yet, and I'm saving the fourth one for closer to the actual launch. But if I could, I wanted to share some of the artwork.
Yeah.
Okay, so the main cover is going to be by Kanan. And this is this is Kanan.
I don't know why you guys want to shoot yourselves in the foot like that, but
if you can't tell, we took the double Z's from ZZ Top, so that's a homage to the great '80s band with the guys with the big beards. And so this is just a mashup of every Keanu movie that you could think of. We're big Keanu Reeves fans, and this is done in love. We're not being cruel, but we take on everything from Bill and Ted to John Wick. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's very violent, but in a comedic way, especially when he goes to the MTV Music Awards, because they don't accept him there, and this is like 2021. It's a totally new era from when he went into a coma. So he's going to go lay waste to all the millennial musicians that we're so tired of right now. So that's Kanan's cover, and it's colored by the outstanding Matt Yackey. And then I have kind of a movie homage done by Thad Rhodes, who worked on X-Farce. Did that one come up? There we go. So this one's kind of done in a photorealistic style. We've kind of got the ghost of George Carlin in the back, and BEARDZZERKER's got a girlfriend who's a farmer's daughter. Her name is Holly. And then there's a Rick Astley earworm that was released by Germans. And so he has to go to Germany to figure out why nobody's getting anything done. Because when Rick Astley gets beamed over the airwaves, everybody goes into a zombie trance and starts singing Never Gonna Give You Up. So that's one of the plagues that he has to deal with. That's the second variant cover. We're trying to keep it probably at a price point of around $15. So it's going to be a little less expensive than X-Farce was. And so the last cover I want to share with you guys is a surprise. And like I said, we've got 4 coming. Does that one come up? Billy Tucci lovingly allowed us to use she.
Wow.
We're gonna have a she cover. Bill Mouse just drew this recently, and we just got the approval from Billy to go ahead and ink it. And if you look really closely, there's a Ninja Turtle somewhere in the big pile of ninjas. We've got Batman in there. So yeah, Bill's gonna draw that. And then, like I said, I have a 4th cover, and I don't really want to release the details on that yet, but it's going to be a big announcement, even as big as she is. So that's pretty much the campaign, guys. We got some pinups from Dax Martian in there. It's going to be, just a whole lot of fun. And as you can see by the trailer, that's kind of a little taste of what type of humor you can expect.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, looking forward to that. And here we go. We got Jason popping in here.
Hey, what's up, Jason?
All right.
What's up?
Looks like he made it.
Yeah.
Really, Jason. All right, Don, where are people gonna be able to find you at?
I'm on Twitter at Real Don Chin.
Hang on, guys.
Find me at Parody Press.
That little stream there. Okay, cool. So back to the studio here. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that replay. Thank you, John Malin, for letting me come on. A lot of other great products out there. Star Circuit just launched. That's by Joe Catapano. Definitely recommend you sign up for that one if you get a chance. Magic Cop 2 by Phil Diaz. So definitely a lot of cool things worth backing out there. And we really appreciate your support on both X-Farce and BEARDZZERKER. And I'm probably going to wrap this up soon, guys. So I'm going to let you know that next week we're going to have a special guest. Same time, same bat channel, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. And that's going to be from Pittsburgh. We have the esteemed Heroin Berg coming, and then also a creator named Marvin Wynn, who creates a book called The Edge. And I'm going to play you a little trailer for Heroin Berg on the way out of this show. Heroin Berg is interesting. It's actually a live action kind of a superheroine saga that they've done, I think 18 episodes on, and you can subscribe to their channel and watch their content. And they also have a comic book out that's called Heroin Berg, and I'll show that next time when we have our guests on. But please make sure you subscribe, like, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And then you'll be alerted whenever we have shows coming on, and definitely catch this next one next week. It'll be a fun time. You get to see some cool images, I'm sure. I kind of previewed looking at The Edge this morning, and it's a very good looking book. In fact, I think I can show you some of the artwork from it. I had one of the windows opened on The Edge. Yeah, there's a Facebook page for The Edge. So let me close. Man, I got so many windows open here. Sorry about that. Yeah, if you go to the Edge, d.edge.comic on Facebook, you can see Marvin's work. It kind of has this really cool kind of a cell animation feel to it. And I think they've sold like 2,000 copies already pre-ordered through Diamond Comics. So we're going to learn about The Edge next week. And like I said, Heroin Berg as well. So definitely tune in to us next week. And I think that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm going to go ahead and play the trailer for Heroin Berg to see myself out. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Actually, it's not even, it's only hump day. Hope you have a good rest of the week. I plan to be on a couple streams tomorrow. One is the art and stuff show. And then the other one will be John Malin's doing another show to highlight campaigns that are currently going. So I'll probably be on that for X-Farce. So thank you guys for entertaining us. Let's see what else our chat has to say. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate your moderation, guys. Ginge as well. Thank you for stopping by. And I'm going to go ahead and share the trailer to Herrenberg. And it's about a minute long. And it's fun. So hopefully you enjoy it. And we'll talk to you next time. Oops. Sorry, guys. I went to the wrong one. Here we go. This is there was a trailer that I watched yesterday. Let's see here. I had it highlighted and now it went away. Doggone it. Let's see. Is this it? No, that's not it. She sent me a link yesterday. Oh gosh, I boomered this. I boomered it again. Hang on. I know that I just had home. Okay, let's see. There was one that she just released. Well, I don't think this is the one, guys. I don't want to play episode 19. Oh.
Rolling Quinton to
No, that's not the right one. I'm sorry, Herrenberg, if you watch this replay. I know she sent me a link to it. So guys, if you bear with me, I'm just going to go to my Twitter real quick and look at what she sent me, because then I can make sure that I play the right thing here. I am looking through my emails. Okay, she sent me a link. And that's the link. Okay, hopefully this is, you guys can see this.
She's living in Hamburg. Never mind what you heard. Superheroine is the word. She's living fantastic dreams. She's shooting out laser beams, taking over computer screens. She puts her costume on.
Of course, I did not share the right video, guys. I'm sorry. This is the right one. I'm going to share the right one. Hang on. Oh my gosh. The perils of doing live streams is it never ends. All right, here we go, guys. I'm so sorry about that. This is the real Herrenberg trailer that I meant to share. Appreciate it.
She's living in Hamburg. Never mind what you heard. Superheroine is the word. She's living fantastic dreams. She's shooting out laser beams, taking over computer screens. She puts her costume on, and she's feeling super strong. When deadly threats attack, she'll be ready to strike back. She's living in Hamburg.
That's the show. Enjoy your day. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.